Under Wonka's guidance, they arrived at the candy research lab. There were many novel products here. There were hard candies specially invented for underprivileged children. Just a tiny piece could last for 2.5 years. There were also toffees that, when eaten, could grow thick hair. This was definitely a blessing for those suffering from hair loss. But the highlight had to be this piece of chewing gum. It combined the flavors of tomato soup, barbecue, beef, and blueberry pie. Just by chewing it, it was equivalent to eating 3 meals a day. Not only could it fill the stomach, but it also wouldn't cause weight gain. However, there was still a small flaw in its development. Seeing that it was a piece of chewing gum, the competitive blonde girl didn't care if there were any issues. She had to be the first in everything she did. So, without regard for the consequences, she directly put the chewing gum in her mouth. At first, she tasted various delicacies, but as she kept chewing, her nose gradually turned blue. Then, her body began to expand rapidly, and in the blink of an eye, she turned into a giant blueberry. At this point, her mother also panicked. However, her first concern wasn't her daughter's health but whether she could continue participating in the competition. As the music started, the short men began singing and dancing again. This time, the meaning was that the blonde girl's mother and her vanity led to the wrong way of nurturing her daughter. This also resulted in the blonde girl's elimination. Next, Wonka took everyone to the nut sorting area of the factory. The employees here were extraordinary. They were actually a group of specially trained squirrels. Seeing this scene, the spoiled princess couldn't hold back. She didn't care if it was reasonable or not. She immediately wanted a squirrel as a pet. After all, her father would definitely satisfy her request. But when she heard Wonka say that the squirrels were not for sale, she instantly changed her attitude. She recklessly climbed into the fence, determined to catch one herself to take home. But what she didn't know was that these squirrels wouldn't indulge her bad habits. The squirrels swarmed up and pinned the princess to the ground. One of the squirrels tapped on her head, then tilted its head to listen carefully. After determining that she was a bad nut, of course, it had to be discarded. So, the princess was thrown into the garbage chute. Her wealthy father hurried over to check, only to be kicked down by the squirrels as well. Then, it was time for a group of short men to sing and dance. The lyrics, of course, referred to the father who spoiled his daughter. His constant indulgence would only result in endless demands. By now, only 2 out of the 5 lucky ones remained. They continued to visit the next place. They arrived at the transmission room.